First things first, this is the Muja Touchpad. And you might be thinking, I've already got one touchscreen on my smartphone, why do I need another? Well, it's not there for the front of your smartphone. To install it, you just press it into the back of your phone, and it's got about 20 sticky pads that hold it in place. And it's a weird experience because it opens up a world of input that you've probably never had before. In a way, it feels like you're able to reach through the back of your smartphone to touch the front of your screen. Next up, a product with the slogan, say goodbye to oh no, say hello to oh yo, because this is the oh yo, and it stops you dropping your smartphone. There are three main parts to this contraption. You've got the central housing, which sticks onto the back of your smartphone using 3M tape. It's got a solid fit. And this housing contains the extendable string that connects to a wristband. And it's all elasticated and very flexible, so it doesn't feel like you're tied down to your phone or you've got no range of movement. But it does very convincingly protect it from drops. There's also a ring which you can attach instead of the band for a slightly different feel. It's quite tough to concisely describe this next product. It's on one hand a Bluetooth speaker, whilst being a centerpiece for your room, and at the same time a collapsible robot. There's a lot going on here, but my first impression is just that it's really high quality and also really heavy. The attention to detail is above what I was expecting, and to be honest, I've never seen a speaker that looks like this. When you turn the lighting on, you realize they've packed LEDs into pretty much every corner and crevice they can, and the legs at the bottom, they fold in and they fold out. As a speaker, it sounds good. It sounds a lot better than I thought it would given the size of it, but then again, you are limited by that size. Larger speakers sound more spacious. It's got a 20-watt power, so not the loudest, not the most powerful speaker, but it's the little visual flourishes that I think sell the product. The crack light is something I instantly fell in love with. In fact, within minutes of finishing with it for this video, I put it into my everyday carry bag. It is a seriously slim, but at the same time seriously powerful LED lamp, and it's continuous lighting, so it's a great thing for photographers and videographers, and doesn't need a battery of its own, it just plugs into your phone. A new kind of screen cleaning tool, or at least one that I've never seen before. You've got this pretty high quality leatherette finish on one side with a handle for your hand, and then a really plush felt-like finish on the inside. It does a really good job, and it's comfortable to use, and you can reuse these for quite a long time, I imagine, before they get dirty. Voxos, I think I'm saying that right, is a pair of sunglasses with bone conduction technology. So on the surface they look like a pretty standard pair of sunglasses, albeit slightly thicker, but I like the way they look. I like the matte black finish on the frames, and I like the colouring of the lenses. Now, you might have seen a few audio products already with that bone conduction label, the idea being that the sound reaches you through physical contact. So these pads you see here, they connect directly to your head, and you hear the sound through the bones in your skull, which leaves your ears open to hearing other, and let's face it, potentially more important things. I decided that I liked this product pretty early on. It is a tiny, fairly inexpensive, but ultimately massively convenient smartphone speaker. It connects directly into the headphone jack, which means there's no dangling around on a cable, and also there are zero wireless pairing issues. So providing you've got the jack, and you've got speakers that just need that little bit more oomph, then this should handle that. You can expect more bass, more detail, and a little bit more volume. There's also the surprise benefit of being able to re-angle the speaker if you want to face it towards someone else. The Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless have been my go-to earphones for about 4 weeks now, and I'd say I really like them, but I don't love them. You get this beautifully designed case, really weighty, really high quality, and it constantly keeps the earbuds charged. And they're comfortable, they noise isolate, and they sound fantastic, but my only gripe is the finicky buttons. See, these pads are actually touch controls, and the way you adjust volume and play and pause is by tapping them, but it feels awkward, and a lot of the time it doesn't work as I'd like it to. Cheap and cheerful are the words I'd use here. These frankly adorable little animals are what I'd describe as cable huggers. You wire your cable through them so that they're resting over the cable's neck, which is famously prone to breaking, say for example on the iPhone cable. They're shaped to fit around your smartphone, but you've got to bear in mind that if you have a thick, bulky case on, then it's going to cause a bit of an interruption. Right, of all the products in this video, this was probably the one I was most curious to try. A smartphone case that supposedly has 6 high-quality glass camera lenses built into it. That's crazy talk. Initial impressions are that it's really well thought out. The lenses are on a rail and they snap into place at each stop, so whichever lens you want to use will perfectly line up with your phone's camera. And to be honest, considering that the case isn't really that expensive, I can't complain about the quality of the lenses. They're pretty good. You do get some distortion, but you can create a lot of effects that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. The macro and the super macro in particular are real highlights. The Glow by company Casper immediately became my new favourite bedside lamp. It's controllable by a smartphone. You can set it to slowly get brighter as you wake up in the morning, but that's not the cool bit. What I really like about it are 3 things. You can flip it to turn it on and turn it off. You can rotate it to adjust the brightness, and also it's got a battery internally, so if you wanted to pick it up and take it down to grab a snack, you can do that. For those of you who play a lot of games like PUBG on your smartphone, you've probably heard of the smartphone Joystick. This product right here is one of the best iterations I've seen of that, for one reason. As well as the joystick, you've got this buckle on the bottom, and it's designed so that you can slip it over almost any size smartphone and tighten that buckle to press the joystick against the screen. And this pressure, unlike other joysticks I've tried, gives you some responsiveness. It means that the joystick is always directly on the screen and in contact. If you enjoyed this video, I've got a whole playlist of smartphone gadget content, so I'll leave that link to this video, and it would mean a lot to me if you could smash that subscribe button down below. My name is Aaron, this is Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'll catch you in the next one.